So once you get them dried out and blown out and everything, you're gonna wanna start clipping on them. So usually you wanna do all the shaving stuff first, so you do their head and their tail. Generally you start back at their tail. We're not gonna do the head on this heifer today, but I like to use like a medium blending blade. It's gonna leave that hair a little bit longer than it does if you use a blocking blade. So you wanna check your blade before. Let's say I tell you what kind of blade it is right in the back, and you can go ahead. And I usually start right about where the calf splits. And I'll take the blade, pinch right around where the calf splits in their legs, and then you just go right ahead and shave that hair right off. You want to go the whole way right around the tail. Calf might get a little irritated, but you just want to be patient with them. And then you're gonna, once you get it shaved part way up, hold that in tight to their body. And then you're gonna wanna bring that straight up. You don't wanna stay in tight to the tail the whole time. That's gonna give you that nice square appearance when you come around to the side. Same thing, you get into to the sides more. Once you get up to the top, you're gonna wanna flare that out a little bit so you can blend it in. She wants to hold her tail up real bad on us. And kind of in back there, you can keep that real tight, and it's gonna come right up in there, and it's gonna blend real nice for you. So you take a look to the side of that calf when she puts her head, tail down again. So you get down into this piece. A lot of calves in the spring and stuff, or yearling heifers, are gonna have a real long tail on them. So you're gonna wanna chop that off to make them look a little cleaner. So I usually go right around where their hock is, and you just pretty well chop that straight off to the side. Just be careful with your clippers. You can hear them kind of bind up as it gets too much hair into them. So that hair is usually pretty thick. And you're just gonna take that and kind of, you do a better job once you fit them up, but you just kind of want to make that into a bell. You taper off your sides of that and clean up all the straggly hairs. And then we'll fluff that out as we get closer to showtime. So next thing we're gonna want to do, if you look at the belly on this heifer, she's got a lot of really, really long straggly hairs. So you're gonna want to tighten that belly up, and that's gonna actually make her look a lot deeper as we take some hair off. So basically you want to start from top part and work down in to the bottom part. You're gonna keep combing that hair out as you're working the clippers. You kind of always want to be combing as you clip them. I switched over to a blending blade, or a blocking blade, sorry, to do this. When I get into these spots where I want to have everything that I touch with the clippers is going to come off, I'll switch over to a blade that's going to take a little bit more hair off. As I get that round part of her belly in where I want it, I'm gonna keep moving down underneath of her. Start to clean up those stragglers. And you can tie that right into her brisket from behind. So next up, you're gonna want to clip out her top a little bit. Basically, the goal of that is to make her top look as wide and give her as much rib as possible. So what I like to do is start at the tail head. So when you look at her from the side, you want to be able to look at her. You want to make her look as square as possible. So I like to get her tail head set in kind of the way I want it before I work too much on the rest of her back. That's going to kind of dictate how much I have to take off through her loin and into her ribs. Again, here you want to do a lot of combing. It's kind of like a clip a little bit and then comb it back into place where you want it before you go clipping again. Again, this heifer wants to hold her tail up. Sometimes you gotta be patient with them and work that tail back down. Basically, you want to come out from here. You want that to be a nice straight line coming out into her tail. Once you get that set where you want it, or at least close, you can start to kind of move up. You can see in this heifer, she's got that hair right next to her center of her back, standing right up. We're gonna want to take those down, make her look nice and flat. I generally like to start at the outside. Sometimes if I got a lot of hair like this, I'll kind of make that straight line through her top, going with her back. And then you'll see that ridge, and you can knock that ridge off coming straight out. And that'll help you make that calf look as wide as you can. As you can see already, you got quite a difference between the left side of her top and the right side of her top. So we're gonna get up into her shoulders here. You're gonna kind of want to tie that into her neck real nice. You get some swirly spots right here. There's always a spot kind of somewhere's in between here where that hair is gonna change direction. You can see it right there. And you gotta kind of play with that a little bit to make it all look the same. You're gonna want to tie her neck into her back really nice. Kind of give you that banana curve look to her back. And then all this that we got on her back, this long straggly stuff, we're gonna knock that right off and blend it in. Some people use like a 5/8 blade or something like that on this hair, and then you can just shave it basically. We don't have that here today, so we're just gonna take our blending blades and we're gonna whittle away at it until we get it down where we want it. Now we're gonna work back into her flank and her belly a little bit more than what we did up towards the front. The same thing, we're gonna work these hairs here, we're gonna whittle them down. With our flank though, we're gonna kind of try to keep that a little bit deeper. So we're just gonna tighten those up, and then basically you're gonna try to bring that flank directly into her udder, if you can, with whatever hair you got to work with. And then we're gonna clean these stragglies up in the front of her leg, so that when we go to glue her, she's got a little bit easier hair to work with. So basically you're just gonna wanna start that curve from in here and down into her front leg, or the front of her back leg. And you can clean that leg up a little bit too. Just to get rid of all them stragglies so that they're not in the way when you're going to spray a bunch of glue in, because those long straggly hairs are just gonna gum up and they're not gonna be very fun to work with. So when you get in behind these calves, you're gonna want to take all this straggly hair here off too. So basically what you're gonna want it shorter in here, kind of like on the top, and then you're gonna work your way out. And just work your way straight out, get all those straggly hairs there off. Sometimes you might have to clip in a little bit of different direction. And then as you get down close to her leg here, you're gonna want to tie that hip into her leg really nice. So basically you want to almost fill in this area right above her hock. And then you might want to take her hock down a touch, even before you get any glue on it. Again, that's just gonna, any hair you can take off before you get into the show ring prep of gluing is gonna make it a little bit easier. And then you're gonna clean these hairs up right here, just to kind of give her that fuller, rather than having a straggly look. And you can see how it makes a little bit of a difference from the other side of her hip already.